Kevin is going to Robert Morris to play lacrosse, Division I lacrosse, and we all should be real proud of Kevin for a couple of years. When Kevin started here as a freshman, he was always very consistent in everything that we asked him to do, in terms of the weight room and his schoolwork and all of the intangible things that go along with being a good student athlete. Well, what separates Kevin is his ability to understand that as you come in, you're not going to get everything right away. Kevin's communication ability with us as coaches is one of the things that have put him a step above. Kevin expects a lot from himself. Kevin's not the kind of player who ever thought that it was just going to come easy. And Kevin has worked extremely hard to get here today. And as a coach, I'm very proud of him. When you think about where he'll be 4 years from now, there's almost no doubt. If he approaches things the way he has for 4 years here, he will be exactly in the same spot, going to the next level of whatever other aspect of his life he chooses to do. Kevin would text me at night many times, asking me what I thought about certain aspects of the game, what he could do better, and this was after times that he performed very well. Kevin has never, ever, and this is the biggest thing, ever looked at anybody else to pass anything on to. If things weren't going well, he always looked inside before he looked out. And I think that's what separates Kevin in all aspects of lacrosse and beyond that. As I was talking to colleges about Kevin and where he would finally end up as a school, all the schools had one thing when they looked on the tape and when they saw him in summer leagues, is that he was very determined. It looked like every ground ball meant something to him, every face-off meant something to him, and he never conceded anything. I think that's very consistent about where Kevin will be. So, Kevin, I want to congratulate you on your accomplishments. We look forward to seeing you in the next 3 years in D-League.
All right, buddy.
Hey, Kevin!
Brian Patton.
Yeah, Brian. There he is. Big old B-Pat. Big man.
Brian Patton will be going
Big
to
Pat.
UBC. Very high level, just like Kevin, Division I lacrosse. And Brian is an interesting guy. I don't know how many.
Oh boy, is he.
But you know him, it's incredible that we're standing here now because I've known Brian ever
boy,
since
is he right.
And he was about 21 when he was about 8 or so. So this is not a big jump for him.
Wow.
But every year, every recruiter that ever looks at tape on him always says the same thing. Is he a senior? No, he's a freshman. Every year. Sophomore? No, he's a freshman. Sophomore. Every year they thought he was a senior. And Brian's physically been able to do things. He's very gifted physically and always been able to step up and rise to whatever we needed. I remember in games when he was a freshman, I put him sometimes on the best player that they had and, turn him loose as a freshman, and Brian would always be able to hold his own. Another great thing about Brian is that you could always go to Brian and tell him exactly what you needed and he could make it happen. This year, at this example I just used at a clinic I was speaking at, Brian had a great year last year, but before we got into the playoffs, we had moved some things around so we could kind of turn him loose and have him score more goals. And I remember saying to him after one of the last games of the year, I said,
that was a great plan.
Prep game, I said, the bottom line is you're not scoring enough. You have the ability to score, you're just not getting the shots off. And then we went into the playoffs, and in 4 games he had 15 or 16 goals. 15 or 16 goals in 4 games.
Oh,
some people had 15, 16
Why didn't he score?
He had 15, 16 in 4 games. When the games were the toughest type against the best competition. So Brian's able to do whatever Brian decides he's going to be able to do. And I know he's going to do a great job at UMBC. And I expect that we'll all be watching him in the league also. So congratulations, Brian.
Yeah, Brian!
Started that.
Woo! Yep. The start of a new era here at the Hawks Nest. Start of a new era.
Thank you, Coach Connor, and again, congratulations, Kevin and Brian. Introducing Adam Krop is our assistant wrestling coach, Joe Hawkins.
Good job.
All right, the Hawkman.
Hello, everyone. As Coach Kendra just mentioned, I'm actually the assistant coach here at Urbana Wrestling. I would like to thank the Krop family for letting me come out and speak on Adam's behalf. When the Urbana wrestling team travels to tournaments and wrestling matches, we're often asked, what's it like to coach a kid like Adam Krop? I simply respond as letting them know it's truly an honor and a privilege to sit in Adam's corner whenever he takes the mat to compete. However, he's very easy to coach. Adam's self-motivation, self-discipline, self-dedication is truly a coach's dream. to go through a couple of Adam Krop's accomplishments. I'm not going to go through them all because we'd be here till the sun went down today. But here are a few of his career highlights. Adam Krop is a 3-time Frederick County champion, a 3-time 3A/4A North Region champion, a 2-time Maryland 3A/4A state champion. Adam is a National Coaches Association High School All-American. In the spring, Adam was announced as an All-Met wrestler by the Washington Post. Just recently, Adam was selected by Wendy's as the high school Heisman Trophy winner for the state of Maryland. Adam's career record stands at 113 wins with only 4 losses. 75 of those wins coming by pin over his opponent. Adam has been selected 3 times as a Maryland All-State Academic Wrestler. Speaking of academics, Adam's accomplishments don't end on the wrestling mat. They carry over into the classroom and also into the community. Currently, Adam has a GPA of 4.6 while enrolled in 5 AP classes. Adam is a member of the National Honor Society, also a member of the National Math Honor Society. He's a Maryland Distinguished Scholar. He also is a leader for the Fellowship of Christian Athletes here in the Urbana community. As you can imagine, Adam was heavily recruited by schools all across the country. After much thought and deliberation, Adam narrowed his choices down to 4 of the finest institutions in the country: Princeton, Columbia, Harvard, and Maryland. After some serious, heavily recruiting and more recruiting, Adam narrowed his choices down to Princeton and Columbia. After more recruiting, Adam narrowed his choice down to Princeton. Today, we would like to congratulate both Princeton University and the new Princeton Tiger, Adam Krop.
Woo! Adam! Woo!
Thank you, Coach Wilson, and again, congratulations, Adam. At this time, we would like to invite all of our student athletes, parents, and coaches to stand behind them as they officially sign their national letters of intent.
Okay.
They're signing the letters now.
Is it rolling? Yeah. Why didn't you press pause?